Hi, my name is David. I'm the CEO of HelloScout. HelloScout connects guests staying at boutique and lifestyle hotels with on-demand local concierges. So we thought it'd be most helpful to start by giving a quick demo. So let me introduce you to Joni. Joni was a real HelloScout user. She used the service a few months ago on a trip to San Francisco. She was staying at one of the Viceroy properties. And when she booked the hotel, she received a pre-arrival email telling her that she had access to a local on-demand assistant who could help her throughout her stay. She chose to use the app, but she could have also chose to use SMS, in which case she would have instantly received a text from one of our locals who would have been available to text with her within 5 minutes for the rest of her trip. So she downloads the app, she logs into it, and Michelle is right there waiting for her. At HelloScout, we find passionate locals who care about the city that they live in, and we pay them a flat hourly rate to provide assistance to people like Joni, who lives in the city. Joni had already asked for Alcatraz tickets, so Michelle goes and gets started on that. But unfortunately, as is usually the case, Alcatraz was sold out. And so Michelle finds her a little sailing tour that could take her out around Alcatraz Island, under the Golden Gate Bridge. She can click into it, she can see pictures, hours, a map, all that sort of thing. It's all right there in her pocket. It even comes with 2 free cocktails, so that's great. And so Joni wants to book it. So she clicks to book the trip, and she can see the Scout guarantee, and she clicks on that. This is really important. HelloScout, our scouts take no third-party kickbacks ever. This is crucial because it means that this is a genuine recommendation from a local. Sounds good to Joni. She says, got it. And you can see that there's a service fee here. This is a service fee of 10% up to $20. We're a cost-plus business model, and this is where we make our money, and it's how we can afford to offer the service to hotels for just a setup fee. This all sounds great to Joni. She just saved a ton of time. She hits pay and book. All the details are now saved right there in her phone, in her pocket where she needs them. So we've been live for about 6 months, and the data's looking pretty good so far. We're averaging 24 messages per guest who uses the service, and about 80% of the guests indicate that they're more likely to stay again after using the service. This leads to pretty good TripAdvisor reviews, as you can imagine. We're averaging about 1 a week. And then with our current conversion rate of 11% of hotel guests using the service, that we will book about 160K of GMV per boutique hotel, assuming a 200-room boutique hotel. And that is our wedge to break into the very large tourist and activities market that people want to break into. But more important than the economics is actually the experience. And I had the chance to catch up with Joni a few weeks after her trip, and she confided in me that her and her husband don't get a lot of time away from the kids, and so it was really important that things go well, and she was nervous planning this trip, and so having somebody provided by the hotel who was right there in her pocket to take care of all the little details made a huge difference to her. So that is the experience that we're looking to provide, not just for Joni, but for all people staying in boutique and lifestyle hotels. Thank you.
2 questions. What's the average revenue generated per user?
Great question. It's about $26 right now in GMV.
And what's the hourly rate you pay your local?
We pay them $15 an hour. They can handle about 20 requests an hour, so it comes out to about 75 cents a request.
I see. So they're doing multiple at the same time.
That's right.
Okay.
What's your secret sauce in your technology?
Great question. So when a user signs up, we recommend certain activities to them, and we have a algorithm that recommends those. And right now it's relatively basic. It looks at which hotel they're staying at, which day of the week they're arriving on, things like that. My background is actually at a big data company called Clout, which was a social media management company. Actually, my co-founder was there with me. And so we are starting very simple, but building out that algorithm.
So I just want to get clarification. As far as the concierge, are they concierge at the hotel themselves, or are these third parties that act as concierge?
Great question. So we are hiring locals who specifically do not have a concierge background, because people with a concierge background have the commission relationships in place. We don't want that. We do not place them in the lobby, which gives us a better cost structure. They're only available via SMS or app.
And then how do you qualify them, especially as you grow and expand?
Yeah,
it's a pretty intensive process.
Yeah. Have you driven for Uber Lyft? I'm assuming not, but no. If you go through that process, it's pretty similar, actually. We put them through it. They answer a few questions. You can pretty quickly tell the people who have the passion for the city, and then we put them through like a trial.
Yeah, but there's people who are tour guides, they internationally go through pretty heavy certification and training.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a bad Uber ride versus if Joni had a bad vacation, it would be a little different. So it seems like the quality issue is good when you're small, but when you get a little bit bigger, it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, you're right. It's certainly an obstacle. I would argue actually that the other side is also true though, where Uber you're putting your life in somebody's hands, this you're putting dinner in somebody's hands.
Life too.
Yeah, it's important. You know?
And your distribution model is through hotels right now?
That's right.
So individual properties or brands and chains? Or?
Yes. So we're actually working with Pebblebrook and LaSalle, who have us in some of the Viceroy and JDV properties in San Francisco. We're launching some San Diego hotels soon.
Got it. And does every guest get a notification when they check in at these properties automatically? Yes.
So we send a pre-arrival email to guests who have an email address on file, and then we have a number of other ways of marketing to them. But that's our secret sauce. I can talk about it offline.
So the 11% is based on the people who open up their pre-arrival emails?
The 11% is the people, is the percent of people staying at the hotel who use our service, who send at least one text.
Okay, but is that, because not a lot of people open up their pre-arrival emails.
That's
so
true, yeah.
The 11% is based on the people who open up their pre-arrival emails or total guests staying at the hotel?
So if, let's take Hotel Zeta in San Francisco.
Yeah.
They have about 4,000 guests staying a month, and 11% of those guests send at least one text to one of our concierges.
That seems extremely relevant for vacation rentals because you really don't have an opportunity for a concierge. Is this something you're looking into?
Oh man, it's a great question. So we started actually with vacation rentals as a business, and we found that we had very little leverage to expand amongst property managers. So we realized that working with hotels gave us a lot more leverage because we could go through the brands.
How do you determine which local person takes the call? Is it similar to Lyft where that you put it out and somebody says, I'll take that, I'll be the guide today?
We would like to get there. Right now it's pretty simple. It's based on who's working at the time. So we'll have 1 or 2 people working at any given time, and they have a shared inbox and they're managing all the requests as they come in.
In terms of the service fee, is that a fixed fee? Because I saw on the example she booked like 10 seats or something, and it was a $20 service fee. So is that based on volume or percentage of the total booking, or is it a flat fee?
It's 10% of the total booking volume, up to a cap of $20.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Great.
Thanks.
Thank you.